instead of having anyone else forced on them by the Senate, they said, he's our emperor.
My two captors pushed their way through the crowd, dragging me behind them. Gratus called out, "Hey, Sergeant, look whom we have here. Bit of luck, I think. It's old Claudius. What's wrong with old Claudius for emperor? The best man for the job in Rome, though he do limp and stammer a bit."
161, deck 6.
Right. Gentlemen, the suggestion that we improve the election of a half-wit is an insult to this distinguished assembly.
Before we adjourn for dinner, may I be permitted to point out that the proposed emperor has one leg shorter than the other? And may I also draw your attention to the fact that this leg being shorter is probably responsible for the other leg being longer?
Senators, the cause of the Roman Empire could find no better champion than Claudius. I am ready to stand at his side.
Whether the Senate endorses our choice or not, I'm afraid it will be compelled to accept it.
Are you out of your senses? You freed us from the tyranny of a madman, only to deliver us into the hands of a stuttering idiot? We'd become the laughingstock of the whole world if we accept this dummy as emperor.
My lords, I respect the constitutional rights of this noble house and would only accept the acclamation of the army if this noble house elects me
Emperor.
My Lord Sentius, I did not know you could also stutter. I thought your talents were confined to neighing like a horse. Is there anyone else who wishes to call attention to my misfortunes? Or shall I call attention to yours? Sentius, get up. Not only are you a pompous ass and a hypocrite, but you have acquired your position through bribery. Asiaticus, stand up. Not only are you a profiteer, but since we're dealing in personalities, you're a stuffed and puffed up glutton. You'd sell your soul for the tail end of an anchovy. Silius, get up. You're rarely heard and your name is never mentioned, but you control the Senate with gold accumulated by providing worthless grain to the people and faulty supplies to the army. Since no one else seems eager to show his eloquence, I will inform you of the conditions upon which I will accept your support. I, Claudius, will tell you how to frame your laws. Profiteering and bribery will stop. The Senate will function only in the name of Roman justice. And all of you who have acquired position dishonestly will be replaced by men who love Rome better than their purses. I will break everything rotten in this Senate like an old dry twig. On that basis only will I become your emperor. Now let me hear your objections. Now I will give the army the terms on which I will accept. Caligula was murdered. He ruled by force. But a state such as I hope to establish cannot condone murder. For violence is an enemy to justice. And in the name of justice, I call upon the murderers of Caligula to step forward.
We killed a tyrant, Caesar.
But you broke your solemn oaths as Roman soldiers to protect your emperor. You didn't strike for your country. You killed in the name of your own private grudges. I was with you, Cassius, when the tyrant kicked you, but you were not content with one single murder. You caused the death of Caligula's wife and of hundreds at the palace. What fate do you consider you deserve?
Death, Claudius.
For that answer, I will take your families under my protection. But for the crime of murder, I must sentence you, Cassius, and you, Lupus, to death. I will call upon the army to have that sentence executed.
I think personally that this is one of the most moving, beautiful, and powerful speeches I've ever seen on the screen. It ranks in greatness and splendor, to my mind, with Olivia's Crispin Day speech in Henry V, and on another plane it has the humor and the honesty and the pain of Judy Garland's dressing room scene in A Star is Born. Laughton here proves that he was kissed with genius. And I'm not in the least surprised that he went through such agony and despair in bringing Claudius alive to the screen. Because to me, in that scene, Claudius is alive. And resurrection